Welcome back to another episode of Worship Guitar Lab. Today we are talking about 3 things that you can do to play better with a band. So often we practice in our bedrooms, we get all our stuff together, but in the context of that environment, things can change so much when you get to playing with a band and you play with other people in a different location as well. Number 1, play with a click. Yes, that thing. I know it might seem crazy, but it is so unbelievably important to have a good sense of timing. When you're in your bedroom and you're just practicing by yourself, you might think you're perfectly in time, you don't ever notice that you're playing out of time. But do yourself a favor, start playing with a click. You'll actually train your mind to play on the tempo. And if you play in a band where the drummer's using a click, it can be hugely helpful to keeping everyone together and sounding tight. Most of the time, I just use the Fender app. There's a default Fender app. You just turn it on, you tell it the tempo, and you get the little click going. Whether you're just strumming, playing lead lines, or just practicing parts in general, getting in the habit of playing with the click can help you immensely. If you've ever gone out and seen a local band and just are amazed at how tight they sound because they've been playing together for so many years, that's usually the reason, is because they've played together so long that their sense of timing has kind of aligned itself. Practice with the click and you'll have that tightness from day one. Number 2 is your approach, both in play style and your effects. Many times as guitar players, we love the effects. We get in our bedroom and we start practicing and we got our headphones on or whatever it is, we got our amp cranked, and we just love all the reverb, all the delays, everything, turn on all the pedals, right? But once you get into the context of a band, there's only so much sonic space that can be filled. You have to leave room for other instruments, right? So having all of those effects running at all time is actually gonna hurt you. It's just gonna cover up your tone. It's going to hinder the total picture of what's going on in the band. So dialing back the reverbs just a bit, dialing back the delays just a bit, and getting feedback from the sound guy. How is what you're playing coming through? Is it cutting through? Are the effects hurting the overall picture? Also with your approach comes play style. I grew up playing blues guitar, so most of what I learned growing up was all bluesy fills, bluesy licks and everything, and I'm so used to playing those. When I come in the context of a band, many times I have to remind myself that the song we're playing isn't a blues song. So I have to adopt that style to the song that we're playing, which leads us to number 3, coming prepared. Learning the song as it's recorded and as you've sent it out in Planning Center or whatever you're using for organization, here's the song we're playing. Everyone learns that version of the song. I think it's really important not to adopt our own preferences and our own styles of the song, because when 5 other people do that, and then they all come into the room and try to match that up, it can sound a little crazy. We had a practice a couple of weeks ago where we sort of felt that. Everyone was sort of adding their own flavor too much into the song. We had to take a step back and go, how was this song intended to be? Let's all adjust to the original style of that song. And when we did, everything really started locking in and it sounded so much better. Coming prepared also includes learning all the parts, all the chords and everything that is provided to you. So when you come in, you got to keep in mind that there's other people in your band. When you come in not knowing the chords or learning the chords at practice, you're now wasting potentially 5, 6, 8 people's time. So be a good steward of their time by coming in knowing your stuff and treat it as more of a rehearsal than a practice. Coming in with that as a base doesn't mean you have to be perfect, but at least you all have a solid foundation to start from. Well, that'll about do it for us for this week. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to click the subscribe button and leave comments. It really helps the channel out. We're just getting started, so it really helps me grow when you click that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Thanks so much.